What is going on?
What's going on, guys?
What's good, everyone? I'm your boy Mast,
Not Migs.
and this is Woof's Web. We are Woof Logik.
Yes, sir. I forget what episode number we are.
You know what, man?
I think it's 39.
It's 38 or 39
Yeah,
for sure. But nonetheless, Happy New Year. This is the first
New
episode
Year.
of 2024. And, we had to take a little break, a little vacation. Our release dates kind of landed on the holidays. So
Yeah.
figured, we'll just give ourselves the treatment of having some time off,
Yeah. I mean, who listens to podcasts on holidays?
That's facts, man. Only lonely ass people with no family.
That's facts.
Or truck drivers that have to fucking work on the holidays. That must suck.
Yeah.
Having to work on the holidays, just driving, being a truck driver alone is like super lonely.
You know what's funny? So at work today, there was this guy that was supposed to like park his truck at 12. He spent like almost 20 minutes because he couldn't learn. He couldn't turn in.
That shit happens all the time.
And he was hitting like trailers, and I was telling the homegirl, I was like, everyone wants to be a truck driver, but no one knows how to freaking like back up.
I mean, bro, I remember I was like, all right, hey, I'm down to try to learn, how to get my, what is it called? A Class A driver's license?
Class A or CDL.
I was like, I'm down to try it out if you guys want to teach me and train me, whatever, because it's a higher pay. But then like low key when the time came, I was just like, yeah, no, I'm scared. I'm bumping into one of these trailers for sure.
Yeah, that fool was bumping in the trailer. I'm like, man, I don't know who gave you your license, but they need to revoke that shit.
Honestly, it happens more often than you think, like where they rub on the trailers on the outside. Because sometimes like I'll be loading and I just hear another trailer getting like, and that's how you know it's a trailer being rubbed on.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we got through the holidays, beginning of the year now. Shit, man. So if you guys didn't know, my birthday was December 21st, and just kick things off, man. COVID had to come by and kick my ass.
That was the most chillest cabin trip I've ever been on. I had a good time, but it was just mostly just chill vibes because my boy was sick.
Yeah, man. That's literally the day of I got smacked with that shit. I started feeling a little weird on the inside for sure. Everyone's getting sick right now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Whether it's COVID or just like a flu or some type of stomach virus. I could count literally everyone in my family got sick throughout the holidays. It was Christmas. And so pretty much from my birthday to Christmas, not New Year's, I had to spend inside the room isolated.
Yeah.
Shit was lonely. It was kind of nice, but then sometimes, once you get to like towards the end of the night, you're all like, oh, I just want to get out of here already.
Yeah.
Just go out and do shit. So yeah, my birthday sucked, and I feel fucking cheated out of
Christmas
celebrating.
Yeah.
Christmas too, actually, because even I had to miss out on our family Christmas thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to participate in nothing, but it is what it is. Loki, what would you rate last year?
Bro, it was so weird. I can't even it had a lot of like great moments, and then a lot of like, I wouldn't even say shitty moments, just like moments I could do without, because I wouldn't say like I didn't have like an overtly shitty like time last year, but I like middling, like a 6 or 7. Like it wasn't like the greatest year, but it wasn't like a terrible year either.
Yeah, honestly, for me, I wouldn't call it a terrible year, but it was for sure more bad than it was good. But I feel like the only good things that came out of last year was like the Woof Logik stuff, the shows, our shows.
Like the shows were like for sure big highlights.
Yeah.
I just worked the music we had worked on, because like some of the stuff we had worked on last year was fucking dope.
And then meeting, like I want to say like the music side of things was probably the highlight of the year.
Yeah, we got more of our feet wet with as far as like networking, actually meeting a lot of the people we talked to online in person.
Yeah. I mean, we got to meet a lot of the people we wanted to rekindle with some of the people we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, outside of that though, I mean, fucking 2023 was kicking my ass.
I'm not lie, it was a struggle financially for me. I probably for you as well, but like,
yeah,
and like financially, low key, I was like, man, I'm getting my ass fucking kicked every fucking month.
No, yeah, for sure. I feel like that's how it was for everyone though,
Yeah, I was listening to a couple other podcasts, and a lot of people were saying like the same thing. Like, yeah, like 2023 was kind of ass financially, but I think for the reason everything just because everything was like,
it's because inflation, really.
Yeah, like inflation was just kicking everybody's asses, and it's just like fuck.
Yeah, man, and there's a lot of people that dealt with it too that don't even talk about it, or like even successful people.
Yeah.
You know, from social media, it looks like they're thriving, but really they're struggling too. They took a big hit. Like even I actually today I was listening to Timothy DeLaGhetto's podcast or
Mm-hmm.
Tim Chantarantu, the No Chaser podcast. I guess like they were struggling a lot last year too. Like it was a shit year for them.
Yeah. I remember they were like switching studios and stuff. And that was
Yeah,
like,
studios. Was Nikki Blades? Did she
She
leave
left last year.
last year? Yeah,
She
that
left.
happened. They said something about the Goody brand, their clothing
Yeah.
took a dip or whatever. So it's just bad all around. You know, hopefully
Yeah.
this year is all positive. A lot of good things happen, come out of it. I know.
I'm sure.
Let's hop into some New Year's resolutions then. Like, what do you got for this year? What do you have outside of music and inside? So let's do. What do you want to do first?
Okay, we could do outside.
All right, so go ahead. What are your outside New Year's resolutions? You know,
I-
obviously these are like corny when it comes to the.
Yeah. I so like for me personally, I hate I love resolutions. I hate calling them that because then it's kind of like you're like it's gonna be a thing. I'd rather make it more of like kind of a goal instead. Like it's just something you work towards. It doesn't have to be like you could make it closer to it. It doesn't have necessarily you get to it at the end of the year, but you could be like a lot closer than you were at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I guess for me is just the weight loss. I've for sure like the last couple of months, like I really actually like felt like my weight gain. Like I weighed myself at Sammy's party, and I gained that an extra 10 pounds, and I'm like, I feel those 10 pounds. Like I didn't feel myself too much at 230, but I'm like kind of like around the 240ish range, and I'm like, I feel these. I'm going back to the gym. It sucks that I fucking sprained my ankle a couple weeks before, so that's fucking awesome for me.
Did you talk about that on here? How you?
No, I've not.
So let's get into that real quick.
So I think last time I brought it up. I went with Milk Noise, our friend Kevin, to a Murata show out at the Palladium. Great show. I ended up getting pushed into a mosh pit randomly. I'm literally just recording a video, because like he had like so dope ass visuals, and then all of a sudden I'm on my fucking ass. I'm like, well, how the fuck did I get down here? And like I rolled my ankle pretty bad, and this is like the same ankle I've rolled down since like for years. And I like this. The one thing is like, it's like people say like when you roll an ankle, it's more susceptible to roll like just how it is.
Yeah, it's more prone to
yeah, and I had already rolled it this specific one at Lost Lands, and it had just healed up. And then I rolled it again at the show, and this one felt different because I felt a really sharp pain shoot up in my calf. My ankle was swollen for like 2 weeks. It's just now not swollen anymore, but it's hard to twist it. And like sometimes when I'm walking, I can feel a big discomfort in my calf, and I'm like, man, this is some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, man, it's for sure. It's an accumulation of the age catching up. It's the lack of exercising around that body part. So it's like more, weaker, I guess, essentially.
That's true, because when we were even when we were hitting the gym, we said fuck our legs.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened to my boy Megs over here. Got a bad ankle and shit.
So I guess a part of that with the weight loss is just getting more stability in that area, because I really don't want to be dealing with rolled ankles anymore, because that shit fucking sucks. Because I don't want to be going to another hospital, because that's a whole other thing I don't want to get into. I'd rather like to be a bit more financially stable. Not to say like I'm like fucking struggling, like I'm broke, but it's just more like, sometimes I'll be like living like check to check, and it's just like sometimes it gets a little stressful, because I'm like, fuck, dude, like I'm like, you're kind of waiting for like the next paycheck to hit, and I'd rather just like have some breathing room. Just I'm not trying to say I want to be fucking rich, but I just want to have a little bit of breathing room, so that way I'm not like fucking like stressing all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's about it
for the outside.
Yeah, that I can think of. Those are just the ones off the top of my head.
All right. Well, for me, for the outside of music, I want to say, so yeah, same thing with the weight shit. I mean, I'm not like heavy by any means. At the party, I actually weighed 185, and then yesterday after working out, I weighed 176.
Damn,
so I'm pretty much back to where I used to be.
And like water weight.
Yeah, pretty much, and probably what I had ate or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I'm back to 176. I've always been weighing around 175 since like fucking maybe 3-4 years ago. And so I want to be at 160, but obviously looking right, I for sure gained a little gut, gained some beer belly shit.
Yeah.
I for sure was getting lazy with it and just eating chips, candy, for sure all the carbs just carelessly. And even like, I mean, I didn't drink crazy soda, but for sure I was like more lenient to drinking soda.
Yeah.
Whenever it's there, I'm like, fuck it. But I feel like everyone kind of drifts towards that way during the holidays, the second half of the year, pretty much, or
Yeah,
like
for sure.
after summer, people just start caring less, and they just from Halloween or the October all the way to December, we just start getting a little reckless. So for sure the body shit, but I want to be a bit more, I don't know, I just want to feel good again, like how we were before.
Yeah.
And same thing with the financial stuff. This was a rough year, pretty much just because renting your own spot. I mean, especially where we're at, it was crazy expensive. So we just had to, just get out of that situation, get out of the whole contract. So now that that's done, for sure we're looking up. Like I'm already feeling all that weight off my shoulders financially.
Yeah, you're
So
not having to worry about month's rent and shit.
yeah, yeah. So although I am fucking like still not financially free how I want to be, it still feels good to know that like I'm on the trend up, and it's gonna be that way no matter what because
Yeah.
having rent alone is such a bro. It's like my whole check. So
Yeah.
one of my whole checks. So outside of that, now I'm just focused on the other shit, the other cheaper shit. So I'm looking up on that already. So and then from there. Family time for sure. I dedicate a lot of time to friends and content creating and just our music
No,
stuff.
no, no. That's actually facts. That's another thing.
And so just dedicating a lot of time to family. You know what? Even all these years where we did grind it out, I feel like the only year we truly had no time or we dedicated like all our time to this was probably 2016, 17
Yeah.
when we first started.
Yeah, we were really grinding. We were not hanging out
Like
with much people. We weren't really doing like
it was like 6 days a week
yeah.
and like pretty much all our free time. We dedicated our Saturdays. We're working like what 6, 8 hours pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then during the week after work, crazy ass plane. And then during the week after work, we just be grinding out. We still do that pretty much, but we've kind of given ourselves some slack. We've toned it down a bit on that. I feel like for sure. Well, once we get to the music side, I'll talk more about it. But I feel like we gave ourselves well deserved time off or like leniency
Yeah, yeah.
because we owe it to our families, especially with all the reality checks that the world has came to since the pandemic.
Yeah.
We for sure got to dedicate time to family, and yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I always had time to give to my loved ones, but I kind of just wanted to give it to myself to be just lazy essentially or just chill.
Yeah.
And although I do enjoy that side, I also want to get out of that where I'm making more use of my time because life is short. And then from there, outside of that, I kind of want to do just I don't know. I kind of want to try random ass shit where I would always kind of have like not my guard up or maybe have like my ego. I want to put my ego to side kind of and just try random shit where I would never try or I feel like I don't want to do that shit.
Like pick up new hobbies or something like
Yeah,
that?
pick up new hobbies or volunteer for like the animal shelter, stuff like that. So throughout the year, I'll for sure do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say right now, but I want to get I kind of want to still get my home situated because we're still working on that, of course.
That's the first thing.
So that's still the main thing. That's still what
Yeah.
we're working on, the house, and from there, I'll feel another weight lifted off my shoulders to do all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of that, I guess we can go into the music. What's it called? The music. What is it? What were we talking about?
Oh, and I guess for one more thing, just practice more of a moderation.
Of what?
And just in general, I felt like last year I kind of went off the rails and just I may have partied a little bit too much. I may start
Oh yeah, the alcohol, huh?
yeah, the alcohol and
Yeah.
just even like food. Just I didn't really but I was also I'm like my man like fuck it vibes. I just like I was like brand new me. I was dealing. I just got out of like a relationship, so I was just like fuck it. I'm down for anything and everything. And I could confidently say that she kind of caught up to me at the end of the year. But I mean I don't regret it. But I will say now this year I'll just I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do anything because that's just not how it is. But I will say I'll be practicing more in moderation. I'll be always like, if someone wants to say, hey, let's go out, I'm just be like, you know what? I probably went up. Example, probably may have gone out last week. I'm like, I'm cool. I'm chilling. We'll hang out a different time. Or if you want to do something else that's not like me getting like obliterated and like sleeping on somebody's couch.
Yeah,
like,
no, those random drunk nights, they for sure. We had our fair share last year,
Yeah.
And like I said, you kind of just kind of owe it to yourself, or give
Yeah.
yourself that leniency as long as you know that hasn't been what you've been all about since you became an adult.
Yeah.
I feel like it's all good.
Yeah, yeah, I know, and like I don't regret any of it, but I just want to like look at let's tone it back a bit.
Yeah, not only that, just on spending in general,
Yeah, dude, especially now.
because yeah, we're guilty of just like letting. Well, not that they're trying to peer pressures, but we have friends that just want to hang out all the time, do shit all the time,
Yeah,
and that's fair. Of course, same thing as family. You make time for your friends, especially your ones that like are your real friends.
of course.
We're gonna do that for sure. But like you said, it's all about what was the word you said? Yeah,
Moderation.
moderation. There it is. Moderation. Hanging. Just so you're picking and choosing the right things to do. Because sometimes you get kind of convinced to go and ball out on stupid shit, or like just going out, or like spending unnecessarily money.
Yeah, I was just like, great. What's funny? Literally, my cousin was telling me like last year, like, bro, did you go to Nocturnal? I was like, no. And like, if you had went to Nocturnal, you basically went to every single Insomniac event they had. I'm like,
Really?
damn, I fucking did, bro. I basically went to everything last year, and I didn't even realize it until like he basically told me at the end of the year.
True. Nocturnal's the only one you missed. Huh?
Yeah, but even then, that weekend, I went to a techno show with him because he was like, let's go, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, man. So for sure, cutting back on the festivals this year. That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
I mean, we're still gonna. Well, yeah. So we got some festivals lined up or whatever.
we got one because it's too good not to pass up, and you all know what it is.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one later actually, because
Yeah.
the lineup's really sick. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no. So we're cutting back on all that, cutting back on alcohol. You can't completely just if you're like a casual drinker where you like to drink, like just maybe on social shit or whatever. It's hard to just completely cut it off, especially if you like sports. Sports go hand in hand with alcohol,
Yeah.
with beer. So my goal for sure is to go have an event every 3 months, and not like a literal event, but just more like a celebration of 3 months of being sober, or like limiting from alcohol.
Of course.
So that way you always have a date to look forward to. It's not as punishing as a whole year of being sober. At least you have that every 3 months. Every quarter of the year, it's just like, all right, let's go drink.
Yeah.
But for sure, I know it's gonna be hard once football comes back. So I think I'll be able to keep it sober during the Super Bowl and all that, during the playoffs. I've kind of like, I don't know, the thought of alcohol has just been, I've just been like, whatever, I'm not craving it anymore.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. A break after you had made the comment, I was like, whatever. I was like, but as soon as I took a first sip of that beer, I'm like, fuck, why did I buy this? I'm like, I like, that's why I didn't even finish it. I was like, man, they're like, I basically wasted. That's like, I didn't like, I was like, not like, I thought I was in the mood, which is why I bought one, but then I started drinking it. I'm like, nah.
And that's why it was easy for me to make the decision because I literally made the decision like right on New Year's or right after New Year's. I was like, you know what? This past couple of times we've been drinking, I haven't really even enjoyed it.
Right, bro.
I'm
I'm not even like tripping, like especially like last weekend. Like, don't get me wrong, I had a great time with the friends, but as far as the drinking goes, I was like, I honestly could have done without.
Yeah, man. It's just like drinking just to like drinking. It's just like hella calories you're just adding on. So for sure we're out with that. So the music stuff now, I feel like we kind of have similar music goals for the year every year.
Yeah.
Until you get to the spot you want to be at, it's kind of always going to be that way.
Of course.
But for sure, I want to go out more. I want to go to events more, and just not as far as like being in the crowd, just like hanging out with our peers, hanging out, talking to people, meeting new people. Even outside of being DJs, meeting like people involved with the music industry,
Yeah.
We kind of we owe a lot of our friends, hanging out, and then we owe it to ourselves, to go out there and kind of get out of our circle or our inner circle in the IE. We got to get out there, so that's the main thing. Music. Last year we released how many songs did we release? Probably released like 8.
4 for sure.
4 for sure. The Death Fiend last year? No, huh? No, it was 2 years ago. No, last year we released fuck, man. I know we worked on hella music. It's just they didn't get released.
Yeah.
That's for sure. We have a lot of songs that are gonna roll over onto this year. Hopefully they come out soon. Hopefully, we have some plans out for them.
We put out Spiral. And then we put out Bewitched. And then I think that's it as far as the Logik stuff.
Yeah.
And then the 4 with the other stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we released a total of 6 songs. 2 under the Woof Logik project. Did we release a bootleg or remix on SoundCloud by chance? No, huh?
No.
I don't think so. We released, we didn't release much last year, but nonetheless, we're always still working throughout the year, throughout the weeks, on music, new stuff, new collabs. That's the problem, is working on collabs. It kind of like it takes a little longer, but nonetheless, that's another goal, is to release more music this year. Constantly more consistent, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the whole month to month shit, because it kind of like, I don't know, it becomes like I feel like midway through the year it kind of becomes like
Yeah.
But for sure we got to get more consistent on that. The podcast just leveling up, that's another thing, is once we get into the new studio, have more guests and all that. So the New Year's resolution, that obviously get more shows, that's always
I
the
think
goal.
I think one thing I could say is like I think one of the shows that we did get last year, it was like just because they actually reached out to us. And like normally like we have this other route we kind of get for other shows, but this is like the last couple of shows is because they've actually like wanted us to book us, and I think that's a really cool thing, because before that wasn't the case, and now it's like people were actually trying to book us, and I think I thought that was a really cool feeling.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, we've had other people hit us up like interested in booking us. It's just
That's
for
true.
whatever reason, it hasn't happened yet. But for sure, I know like once we get more, I guess once all the holidays and all that pass, it's gonna be a lot more easier to get back in touch with all that. And I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of shows this year. We just gotta work for it and all that, and meet the right people, talk to the right people. I'm ready. I'm like motivated again. Finally, I had a lot of lack of motivation towards the end of last year, but towards the music only. It was like I was still motivated in other ways, like as far as like my personal stuff. But now with the music shit, a lot, like I feel like starting the podcast too, it kind of drifted my attention towards that. And now that we got a steady flow going, we got a steady routine. Now everything's just gonna start leveling up again. It's all about getting uncomfortable for a little bit, and then once you're comfortable again, you start working towards it, working harder at it, and then finding a new reason to get uncomfortable, or a new thing to get uncomfortable with. But for sure, man, I don't know, the music stuff, I don't know, I just feel like we just probably just gotta work a little harder, I guess. I mean, it's natural towards the end of the year I feel like that's kind of been our year to years. We work really hard, and then towards the end of the year, it's just kind of the holidays kick in. Football,
off.
But we're for sure gonna get back into this. And like I said, we got hella unreleased music.
Yeah, it's not like, trust me, like you can't say like we don't work on stuff. We do. We work on it every fucking week for the last 6-7 years. It's just sometimes, like we were literally talking about it earlier, right? Like we want to be more tactful with releases, because it's just we don't want to just put it on month to month, because then it's just like after a while there's no point in that. Like you're just kind of just like it's whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's our special baby, It's like every release is just like it's just there just because that's what it's there for, just to shut you up for a month.
Yeah, but so like we want to be more tactful. So obviously like we have tons of music like finished up. It's just more about just how we're gonna put them out.
Yeah, so for sure that I want to work on my discipline next year, as far as like, I mean, naturally, like I said, I slack off a bit, but for sure I want to work on getting more disciplined, and not even just with music, just with everything in general, as far as eating habits, workout habits, financial habits, the music, work ethic habits, but yeah, everything's on the rise this year. What about you? You got any other music shit?
I just wanna explore more into like different kind of synths, because I have like my bread and butters. I use like Serum, and more often than not I'll go like on Spice, and then I just start fucking around with samples and stuff. But I've been really wanting to like try, because there's like a bunch of like synthesizers I've always wanted to purchase. Some of them are just out of my fucking price range, like Omnisphere. But now that I bought my little SSD from last year, and I have the storage, that's another thing that I finally upgraded my fucking hard drive, so you don't hear my little airplane anymore. So I just want to explore that, because I sometimes feel like there are things I want to hear in our songs, and I just like don't don't have the sense for it. And I try to work around it and try to make samples and so, and I get by with it, but I know for a fact I can just, it'll be a lot easier if I just purchase like synths and stuff like that, and just even like more just production tips, because I'm never like completely like satisfied with what I know. Sometimes like I'll feel like damn, I'll actually get frustrated with myself because I'm like I'll do like the same things in songs after a while, and I'm like I don't want to do that anymore. I want to try how to make new things with different ways, and however that goes, whether it's me like looking up more stuff on YouTube or even like reaching out to someone for mentorships, because I'm not afraid to ask for help. But it's just more about asking the right person also, because who knows, I might know more than them, and then I'm out like fucking $50 to $150 for an L.
Yeah, yeah, true. Well, I mean, we know who the talented producers are.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and I've been pointing in the right directions too, but I was also kind of not a little timid about like asking them, but now I'm at a point like where I'm like, man, we're about to be fucking 28 this year.
Oh yeah, that's a big
We're
thing.
fucking like 7 years into this, and don't get me wrong, we're still, it's still like all eyes for me, but like the thing is sometimes I feel like all right, what needs to be switched up, and I'm like if I gotta learn again, I'm like I'm down to learn again. I want to see like what I can do to make us be better.
Yeah, no, same here, bro. The fucking, like I said, I always mention it. The 28 number right there. That's the age where I notice all these big artists pop off. So I feel like that's the magic number, and even though it's kind of against like Christianity and all that, the whole numbers, the numerology stuff, um 28's that money number and shit. So hopefully this is the year for us. You turn 28 in March, I turned 28 in December. So like you said, I mean, yeah, we're getting old, so or older. There's not age limits, all this shit, but
No.
but for sure, like I feel like this is the year. I mean, every year I feel this way. We gotta grind. Things happen though for whatever reason, but I've never given myself like, all right, fucker, you got 1 year to fucking do something about it. You know how people come here to LA, like they have to tell their mom or they have to tell her whatever.
Yeah, and then
Just give
sometimes
me
it
one
works out
year.
for them though, but in other times
Exactly.
more often than not it doesn't, because then that time limit comes and like you're not where you want to be, and then a lot of
Mhm.
times people they'll either like okay, well I'm getting somewhere, or they'll just cut it off completely. It's like I tried it, I didn't get to where I'm like. Sometimes it takes more than a year, like sometimes it takes 5 years, 10 years. I know some artists have come out like it's taking them until like they're in their mid-30s to even freaking blow up.
Yeah, man. So for sure, man, this is my I'm telling myself right now, like, all right, this is your 1 year chance. Even though obviously it's not, but I'm telling myself every time I'm like down on myself or feeling upset or feeling like lazy or feeling whatever, I'm gonna be like, you got 1 year, so do something. Same thing, man. I have a lot of bad news about my grandma's health, and I would fucking feel like shit if she ain't here to at least experience any of my type of success.
Of course.
So hopefully, this is the year. I'm gonna put my body through a bunch of shit. It is what it is. I'm gonna sleep less probably, even though I already barely sleep. Well, lately I've been sleeping better, but for sure it's gonna go back down because I'm gonna focus a lot on just grinding.
Yeah.
And although I'm gonna for sure learn a proper balance of family and friends, and then the work shit for sure. This is my year where I'm just gonna be like, I hope you guys understand. I'm turning 28 this year. I gotta fucking work hard at it, and I'm gonna for sure uh, take the proper opportunities and not the fucking, you know what I mean, where you gotta learn what to say yes to and what to say no to. So
Yeah.
I want to not waste my time on shittier opportunities and take the better opportunities, if that makes sense.
That makes
So
sense.
I don't want to waste my time on pretty much the same concept of quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So whether it's the shows, or whether it's the visits, or whether it's the networking, whether it's being there for someone, whatever it is, I want to take the better chances, I guess. And so yeah, that's this year. Hopefully, it all works out.
Yeah.
Hopefully at the end of this year we get to come back and tell y'all all the success, all the fucking shows we had, all this and that. And yeah, I'm excited. Very, very excited. Is there anything else you want to touch on the New Year's resolution shit or anything?
No, not really. I think we touched on a good part of it.
Yeah, for sure we gotta learn a lot. I know I gotta learn a lot too, man. I gotta learn how to do shortcuts and all that. Not shortcuts that are like cheating, but shortcuts on shit I don't know about yet. Cause for sure I'm entry level on like editing and all that too.
Yeah.
So I want to learn how to do stuff, work smarter, not harder. I know I do that sometimes. All right, but let's talk about that Beyond lineup actually.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen it at the time of recording, it's probably like maybe a couple of days since it came out. The Beyond had just put out the lineup, and I honestly, God, I can't say it's been like years since I've seen them put out a fat lineup like that. That's not EDC or an Escape lineup.
And even Escape, bro.
Escape.
Even Escape though. And I feel like this is probably like outside of EDC, this is probably like top 3 lineups that are non-EDC.
Like in years, like this is the first time I've actually seen a lineup where like I'm fucking hype. I haven't felt that way in a while. Like I need to be at this event. And it's funny because literally me and Mike and Kato really said like we're gonna cut back on shows completely so we can save money. And then they show that shit to us. I'm like, wow, well, fuck you guys.
And the only reason I'm caving on this one is because of the premium hard techno artists that we missed out on at EDC.
Heavy hitters.
Because they put them so fucking late, and I'm not trying to stay till the sun's
like
up.
5:30, and like even then they'll probably have them late, but I'm okay with staying till like 12 or 1.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, they got all the premium techno artists right here, pretty much. We can go off the list. You know, you got 9x9.
Fire.
You got A-Track, which is obviously a
Goat.
a goat. You got Afrojack back-to-back Rehab.
Fire.
You got Alesso.
Fire.
Alignment.
Fire.
You got, let's see.
People don't understand. This has only played out here once. Once.
Yeah, fact. And you got the drum. If you're into drum and bass, you got Andy C.
I mean, I don't mind. I get hold of his like, but you know what? His music's fire though.
Yeah, and then you got fucking Anger Fizz, bro.
Anger Fizz, he got it. My boy got his visa back. Let's fucking go.
Atmospheres and Sound Rush. And then you got, let's see, Benny Benassi, bro.
Fire. Goat.
Black Tiger Sex Machine.
They were awesome at Lost Lens.
Black V-Neck.
You know what's funny? I literally was asking Alex, like, yo, whatever happened to Black V-Neck? And he's like, oh, I don't know.
They're still, I see them on lineups all the time, bro.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I don't see I don't know if they're releasing music constantly because I don't know. I just feel like I personally haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But I still see them on lineups. And then you got Blossom.
Shout out Blossom.
You got Chris Lorenzo. You got Crank That. You got
Fire.
fucking Diesel. You got Dylan Francis, back-to-back Valentino Khan. Let's see. Eli Brown, back-to-back Lily Palmer.
Gas.
Fatima Haji.
Gas.
You got Frost Top, Fun Case, Gareth Emery, Ghastly, Hole. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Hole.
Hades, I Hate Models. Shit, man. Jay Wara. Shit. You got Joyride. He's coming. I haven't seen him on an Insomniac thing in a while.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, maybe I'm just blind, but I don't know. And you got Kill the Noise.
Shit, it's been forever since I've seen him on lineup.
Yeah, man. Mad Girl. Marada. Let's see who else. Fucking No Redemption, which is Chami, back-to-back Mala. Odd Mob, Omnam.
Shit.
Pickle. I don't think I've seen him on a Insomniac.
No, this
festival
is his
yet.
first one.
And then you got, let's see. See, man, it's already so stacked, though. You got Ravel making a comeback.
Shout out Ravel.
That's the A.B. Miller alumni. You got Rez, of course. Sarah Landry.
Shit, I'm there.
Say My Nitty, Side Piece, Slander, if you're into that. And then you got Subtronics. You got Sullivan King. Techno Tupac. Bro, straight from the undergrounds, man. That guy's he's been all around all the underground events. This is the first time I've seen him on the Insomniac lineup.
Yeah.
Chainsmokers, that's a premium name right there.
Yeah.
Tony Romero, Trim, Tsunami, Vinny Vici, Walker and Royce, back-to-back Vanessa, Wax Motif, Will Sparks, Zed's Dead. So, you got artists from, like, every single genre of this event. Like, you're going to find something you're into no matter what.
Yeah.
But for sure, all the comments I've seen on every, like, shared post about it is, like, holy fucking techno. This fucking techno stage is going to be fucking popping, bro.
Yeah. You know what's funny? There are, Sweet Tooth, the artist. I follow him on Twitter, and he even reposted this artist. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I've never seen a lineup like this. And I'm like, even DJs are fucking hyped about this fucking lineup.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, if you want to go to a festival and just like experience like some like a peak lineup or like a top tier lineup, this is the one. Go get your tickets now. We ain't getting paid for this shit, but go get your tickets now.
At the time of recording, you missed out on the $9.99.
Yeah, there's a deposit that you're gonna miss out on. That's only $10. But There's still time to go get
And
your
it's
ticket.
like low key not expensive. I've paid
Hey, right?
I've paid a lot more for a single day for like a countdown ticket. And I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, man. It's only $200. It's
Yeah.
like 200, 220 after tax and all that, but
It's cheap.
it's really affordable. Go get it, man. Don't miss out. If you're watching this, you're a homie. Go get that shit. Let's go party it up one last time.
Yeah.
One last time for the year. And yeah, so I can't wait for that one, man. It's coming up in March. It's gonna be exciting. I've seen that actually they're starting to hype up the EDC shit, and it's kind of weird seeing all of it, knowing that we're not going.
Yeah, I
know?
mean, but I'm like, I thought I'd be more like having more FOMO, and maybe I'll have it more as like maybe that weekend of. But as of right now, I'm like, I'm okay.
We'll see when the lineup drops.
I know. And I'm like, fuck.
I'm still not going though. I'm gonna hold my ground.
Yeah,
Once we do this event, we're gonna see all the artists we have wanted to see.
low key because like I'm any of the other artists, I'm like I've probably already seen them.
Already seen them. There's hella artists on here that are not repeats. So
Yeah,
that's
these
what I'm
are-
most excited about.
Yeah,
For sure, the 9x9, I Hate Models, Sarah Landry. Those are the top 3 for me personally, just because, I've had the opportunity to see them, but I didn't get to because,
same.
it is what it is. But yeah, I'm excited. And then let's see what else happened over the break. We had our fantasy football shit, we play fantasy football. Personally, I was in 4 leagues. How many were you in? 3?
I was in 4.
And how'd you do in all 4 then?
I
Give us
was
the spot you placed.
I was buns in all 3 but 1. One of them was because I slept through the draft because we had already done a draft, but I guess because they were doing it through the Yahoo Fantasy, but they did where like you pay in already before you can even join, like in the app. And I guess there's some weird things that was going on. So the guy, he said, "All right, screw it, we'll restart it. I'll refund you guys money and just tell me." And that happened, and then I fell asleep during the draft, so I got auto drafted. And then I had my lineup was fire, but I had the worst point differential. Like I had one of the worst point differentials. I had fucking high ass scores, but people just that was their week. Like it happened for like constantly, and I ended up being like in 8th place
Out of 10?
out of 12.
Oh, okay.
Almost,
lower.
but I was dead last for like the longest, and I was like, man, this is some bullshit. and then I was in ours with our homies, and that one I was dead last for the longest time because of injuries. My season was basically shot from the beginning, and then I somehow managed to crawl my way up into 8th place because of honestly it was Dak Prescott and Brandon Cooks. They actually crawled me. I actually crawled out of that.
And those are both waiver wire pickups, huh?
Yeah.
You got lucky with that Dak one because it was going to Jeremy.
Yeah, because he didn't look at the waiver wire.
Low key, he probably would have won because I think Dak did good the rest of the season on fantasy.
Yeah.
So if he would have had Dak instead of Brock Purdy that 1 week where he lost to Johnny.
Yeah, he would have gone into the finals.
Yeah, man.
No, he didn't want to trade me Zay Flowers, and he ended up sticking with Brock Purdy. Now look at you.
So and then you won the other one, right?
Yeah, and then I won the one with your dad's. Because shout out Christian McCaffrey and shout out Richie for picking Justin Jefferson. You guys really butthurt.
Damn, you would have picked Justin Hunt if you would have picked McCaffrey.
Yeah, low-key I would have.
Damn, that would have been fucked all your seasons.
Low-key. Damn.
Bro, that's what happened to me in the Maple Alley League. I had Justin Jefferson. I fucking finished dead last. So now I got to take bitch ass Johnny somewhere, maybe Hawaii. We'll see. I got to see if the tickets are truly cheap like we keep saying they are. Because I looked at it, and there's like barely cheap ones. There's still a couple that are like what the price range he's saying, a little bit more than he's saying, but it's still like in the 200 range.
Oh, fuck that. Chargers game's only $40.
Are they really?
Well, they're ass.
Right now, true. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I'll probably, man, bitch ass motherfucker. You can't pick. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I might take him to the Chargers game. We'll see. It's either that or Hawaii or I don't know. Honestly, bro, I'll go somewhere else in the country.
Take that motherfucker to Ono. You call it a day.
So yeah, I got dead last in that league. I placed 4th in another league, and then I got 2nd and then 1st. So
and then your other family league, I don't know if it was it's because more often than not, all the leagues that we play, it's usually on the Yahoo Fantasy app, but this one was on the Sleeper app, and I had damn near half the time I'm always forgetting like to fix my lineups just because I forget that there's a fantasy league in that app.
Yeah.
And I find out the day of like, oh, somebody's out, or I could have switched out this guy or this guy, and I'm like, I was literally shooting myself in the foot with that league.
Yeah, man, you ain't about your money, cause man, if I know I got money on it, bro, I'm gonna be fucking checking that shit all day, every day.
I mean, hey, shout out to your brother, man. He won. Was that his first one? Ever winning one?
First time winning, yes, but he's been in 2 or 3.
Hey, come to the big leagues next year, man.
Huh. Yeah, man. I mean, hopefully we bump up the price on that one next year because
Yeah.
the stress over 25. I mean, total is 250. $250 for the whole season. I'm not really a fan of that.
Yeah.
I'd rather get like 500 plus.
I would really prefer if we could just if we could have it all in one app. So
That
way
too,
I'm not,
bro.
not
That
going
too.
back and forth.
That too. So hopefully, well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna do it. But next year we'll change the settings and all that on Yahoo.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're gonna change it up this year for our Maple Alley League. We're gonna make a double flex, full PPR because that's. So I'm excited for that. Because I love the interface on Yahoo. If you guys are into fantasy,
it's easy. It looks clean.
Yeah, and it shows like the stats better. Sleeper does a good job too, but I still prefer Yahoo's interface.
Did you ever get like notifications on Sleeper about your players
Being out?
No, like you know how like on the Yahoo one.
Oh
like,
yeah. I actually got theirs before fucking Yahoo's.
Really?
Yahoo's with
and that's another thing too. Like on the Sleeper app, I never got notifications, even though they were
Really?
on.
Damn.
So I literally would have to like actually go on the app to figure out like what's how the guys are doing.
Oh no, bro. The Yahoo would always notify me. It'll tell me when I got a big play or a touchdown. I mean, Sleeper with a big play or a touchdown or what else? Oh yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, Sleeper notified me. It was Yahoo the one that had to fucking open the app and check.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, on to what's gone on this year, bro. Some crazy shit has already happened. Beginning of the year, this is the first week. There's been
tsunamis, earthquakes,
the Japan tsunami. There's earthquakes here in
crazy.
SoCal. There's that one video of that one dude fucking jumping over to beat up the what is it, the lawyer,
judge,
the judge.
And that was crazy. I'm like, how has that not happened before?
I'm pretty sure it has. Bro. It has to have at least. I'm pretty sure some lawyer. I mean, fucking lawyer. Some judge has been shot and killed, bro.
Yeah,
but maybe not inside. But
and that fool had ups, bro. Like he hyped up in that judge's like a seating area.
That motherfucker's stupid for that one though.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't know if you saw the rest of the clip. That fool, they were beating his ass in the corner.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Low key, I don't know about the guard, but the guy in the suit, like he was just giving haymakers. But I'm like, man, those look weak as hell.
Have you seen like by any chance have they given an update of like what type of consequences he's gonna have?
I'm sure he's probably added another 20 years to that because that's a federal offense attacking a judge.
Yeah, man, that guy was for sure not thinking about that one.
He was hot, bro. It's because they got denied parole, and I'm sure probably valid, but he's probably just like fuck. He was probably all hyped to get out, and he's like, nah, you're gonna stay.
Nah, man, my favorite thing so far that's happened this year, and we're barely in week 1, man. The Katt Williams interview with Shannon Sharp.
Bro, he literally said fuck everybody.
Yeah, man. So Shannon Sharp, he interviewed Katt Williams on his podcast, Club Shay Shay.
Yeah.
And bro, that shit's hitting numbers. I think this is his 3rd day, and he's already like 14 million plus views. And my boy Katt just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna give myself the death sentence. I'm calling out everyone."
He literally said, "Where's the bridge?" And I'm gonna burn it.
Yeah, man. So I think he called out Kevin Hart, Chris Tucker,
Cedric the Entertainer.
Cedric the Entertainer was a big one.
Ludacris.
And Harley. What's his name?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. Yeah, man. He's just fucking just clap, clap, pop, pop, shooting at everyone.
Yeah.
But the one that has me most kind of like shook is the Cedric one, the Entertainer.
About stealing his jokes?
Stealing his jokes. Because, I'm kind of confused on it because Katt Williams, he said he stole his joke, but I think Cedric the Entertainer, he posted that joke before Katt Williams did. But the thing is, I think Katt Williams never like officially posted his joke. He said his explanation was that Cedric the Entertainer came up to him after a show, like just a random like show,
Yeah.
and was like, "Oh, bro, I really loved your closing joke and all that, whatever." And then after that is when he Cedric the Entertainer did a similar one to close out his show.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's evidence that Katt did it first because he never posted it. It was never like a special or anything. I think, I could be wrong. All he does have is a YouTube video or a recording
Of a clip.
Of him doing it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it was never like officially posted. So it's hard to believe, and it sucks that he has like a little bit of a history of just going a little cuckoo.
He does.
And so that's what kind of has people kind of like on the fence of believing what he's saying. But I do see a lot of people believing what he's saying, and honestly, I feel like there's a lot of truth to a lot of what he said. But I wouldn't doubt that he kind of like was a little extra on some of the things.
Yeah. There was the truth and his truth in that interview, because I'm sure some of it's like I think there was like one part where like we started talking about the Kevin Hart, like the job, like all like everything he was landing, and I'm like, fair, but like would you like a lot of these roles that he was accepting, like they were like minor roles that like anybody else could have, and like some of them were like he was calling them like homophobic, but I'm like, yeah, he was like doing all these kind of like gay scenes, but I'm like, would you have done those scenes? Like would you have humped that one dude in Scary Movie 3? Would you have done the Brokeback Mountain scene in Scary Movie 4? I'm like, I don't think he would have been down to do that.
Yeah, man. Katt Williams for sure was always, he made it stern on the podcast that he wouldn't wear any dress. He wanted to stay away from the homophobe stuff. He's
Yeah,
like, why
and,
everything
you
gotta
missed
be
out.
gay? That was his explanation. And yeah, I mean, I guess people were trying to have a specific role for him in those ways.
Yeah.
So he has the right to reject those roles, but
Don't be mad.
his problem is, yeah, he would pretty much made it seem like those were his roles.
Yeah.
But he turned them down, and then because other people made the best of those roles, he's kind of like calling them out on it.
Yeah.
He's like, my boy, you're the one that let that go. But yeah, I kind of do miss the old Katt Williams though. I feel like his stand up
He was in his
really,
bag back then.
his stand up hasn't really like hit as well as it used to.
Yeah.
But hopefully he comes back around. I guess I always fucked with him, especially on Wild and Out. He was my favorite. Every time he was on the show, that fool was just killing it, man. But yeah, man, that's some crazy stuff going on this year so far.
Yeah, so far, and we're only like 5 days into the year.
It's wild, bro. Actually, one thing I actually discovered today was the Zen conspiracy. You know those Zins?
Yeah. What are you telling me right now? What's going on with Zins?
So you haven't heard of it? So the thing what's going on with it is I guess there's this law or rule that on podcasts you can't promote nicotine
Really?
or tobacco. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. I'm gonna look stupid if I'm not, but it is what it is. Well, like I said, I briefly heard it at the end of work. Actually, there's this video where this guy's explaining that there's like this law or rule that you can't promote nicotine. Like it can't be an ad. So what podcasters are doing, I mean, it's not official or confirmed that this is what's happening, but there's many clips going around of people just on podcasts just they're just trying to be as natural as possible while bringing up the Zins. Like, oh, have you tried these Zins? Have you heard of these Zins? They're kind of like going around right now. Like everybody's doing them.
Yeah.
And that Bert dude, the Bert comedian, what's his last name?
Kreischer.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer. He brought it up like multiple times already with and one of them, Tom Segura, same thing. And what's his face? Andrew Schultz. Even Nelk. Yeah, Nelk. So they always bring them up, bro. And there is the one that's making me believe this low key is when Bert and Tom Segura, they're talking about it. Tom kept trying to like bait him into doing it while he brought it up. He's like, oh, why don't you just do some right now? Just put them in right now. And Bert was just like turning red and they're just like giggling. They're super cheesy about it. Yeah. And he wouldn't do it, bro. He wasn't saying no, but he kept trying to be like, I can't even open it. Like he kept trying like, it's like, oh, so I just put it in my mouth. Like he kept trying to like, prolonged it. And so that's kind of what made me believe it, bro. And then also Tom Segura brought up, he's like, and we are not affiliated with them, or we're not getting any money out of this, whatever.
Yeah, right.
And so that's how I was just like, all right, man, that's way too much of a coincidence for every podcaster to just bring it up. And it's funny because all the podcasts that they brought up in the clips, I watched all that in live time, where I watched the podcast. So I would hear it and I would think nothing of it. So,
yeah, a lot of podcasts I listen to, like they always bring up Zins and stuff, which is crazy because I'm like, when was Zins a thing? Because like I know like it got really popular last year, but I'm like, has that always been a thing, like nicotine pouches?
I feel like they have. It's just not on the mainstream. You know,
Yeah.
especially for the Canadian dudes, because Nelk has always been about it. Always like the true shit. They've always been on it. So I want to say since like 2016, I've been watching them. 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And you know they've always had it, but now it's getting super popularized, obviously because people are just trying to find substitutes for everything when it comes to nicotine or
Yeah.
tobacco and shit. So this is the main one right now, and that's why they're saying, you know, they're probably getting paid fat to bring it up naturally, you know.
I'm sure they are.
So yeah, that's what's going on. This I know a lot of people probably haven't really talked about that, but you know that I found it very interesting. And
You know what's funny? Kevin's friend, I guess that night they came to LA. I guess he bought some Zins, but he bought there's like a 3 milligram, and then there's like a 6 and like a 9 and a 12. Like, and it's basically like
yeah, the milligrams, right?
the variables of nicotine, and obviously like most people like if they're really just casually doing it. I know like you reckon probably should just do a 3 if you're just casually gonna do that, but he bought a 6, and 6 is like if you're a hardcore nicotine guy, just like on the regular usage. And he said he just put one in his mouth, and he almost wanted to throw up.
Oh, bro, that's the thing. It makes everyone throw up pretty much if you're not used to it.
Yeah, it's a lot of nicotine. It's a lot of nicotine if you're not used to that. So I mean, I can imagine. And I was like, oh, I want to try one. He's like, go ahead. It's in the trash. I'm like, I'm not gonna go
crazy.
I'm not gonna dig in the trash to go try this in.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I want to try it just to see what it's like.
Yeah,
Because, you know, I mean, I've even tried a cigarette, bro, and that little puff I took, I guarantee you, I did not even do it right. This was like in 2015 at Hard Summer.
mm-hmm.
I literally just tried it. I was like, ugh. I was like, I don't know how people do this shit. Fuck, no, I didn't even give it, like, I probably gave it half a hit.
Yeah,
And yeah, that shit was gross. It was disgusting, all that. But for sure, that I wonder what I think I'm more like interested in what it tastes like.
yeah. That's my interesting, because I've had similar pouches. Because I remember one time I was like really tired of work, and Chris, he had like they're not Zins, they're called Mojos, but they're
it's the same thing, right? Probably.
They're not, but they don't have nicotine. It's more caffeine, so they're caffeine pouches.
Caffeine? What the fuck?
Yeah, so he gave me 2, and they're basically like that's the equivalent to like a energy drink or like
Did you feel energy or not?
I felt like more awake, kind of like I was like, all right, and it wasn't too bad. So I want to see how like a Zen try.
But what does the pouch do? It's like you keep it in your mouth.
Yeah,
like
you keep it in your
gums?
mouth. It's kind of like it's almost kind of like you're chewing gum, but not really chewing it. It's kind of just like letting it just like chill out in your mouth.
Interesting. I'm gonna look into that. I feel like that's some crackhead shit though, Loki.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
You just need something to fucking, or maybe it's just like what is it called? It's kind of like an anxiety or whatever, just like a calmer, anxiety calmer or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I really was because I was like, I'm trying to leave vapes in 2023.
boy, shut your ass up.
I haven't hit one since Sunday.
Last year you weren't even supposed to be doing it, and you still kept doing it.
Well, I don't have one right now.
You shut your mouth.
Just have faith in me.
I'll believe it when I see it mix, because all these times I call it out and you still do it.
Like I said, I went off the rail last year. Right, I'm practicing moderation.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see like maybe like I'm not gonna say I have a nicotine addiction, but low key, high key kind of do.
My addiction is caffeine, that's for sure.
So I want to because I don't. It's not like I'm craving nicotine, but I literally like earlier today I did have like I was grabbing like my little satchel, and I was kind of like, oh, where's my vape? And I realized I don't have one.
Stupid.
And so I was just like, okay, maybe I did have a problem.
Yep. See, bro, I was doing good with the caffeine too. When was it? I think I had like 2 or 3 days without energy drink.
Yeah.
And then what broke me was going to the gym with Kitty, and she had one. I was like,
God damn it, Kitty.
it's like, don't do that around me, bitch.
Don't enable him.
Nah, for sure. Like, just seeing someone buy it just makes me want one, bro. And especially all these good flavors that have come out.
Yeah.
'Cause I bet you, if anything, if Monster and Rockstar and what's the other one and Red Bull just had their normal like original flavors, I would not have this much of a fucking addiction to it.
Do you think it's like the caffeine or the taste?
It might be
or a combination of both.
It might be, well, honestly, it has to be both, because caffeine, I most of the time that I drink energy drinks, it's for the energy.
Yeah.
And it instant boosts. And maybe it's mental, I don't know. But for sure, once I'm like sipping on the first couple sips, like it takes me like 3 sips for it to finally, like, all right, finally I'm getting back to normal, and it's coming back up. My energy's coming back up. But for sure, bro, like just seeing a new flavor, seeing a new brand come up, I always gotta fucking try it, bro. And they always make the branding on these energy drinks look so fucking colorful and look so fucking like appealing. Energy drinks. They do a really good job with branding and marketing and all that, and looking appealing, even to kids, bro. I mean, they gotta fucking label it like 18 and up nowadays. And bro, back then I was buying energy drinks like at fucking 15.
Dude, do you
16.
remember like I don't know, like your mom was like acted this way, but like my mom, it was almost like a sin. Like she's like, don't drink any energy
Bro,
drink. It was like if it was like a beer or something.
Yeah, that's all I can say. It's like fucking drinking alcohol, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, I like sometimes like someone would bring like a Red Bull or a Monster at school, and I was just like, ooh.
Or they try to hit you with, that's why you're gonna be short. You're drinking too much caffeine. Blah, blah, blah.
I you know, do you think that's real?
I feel like only if you start early enough.
Probably.
Like the coffee shit.
Yeah.
Only if you start too early, I feel like it's probably is real. But if you're like 16, 17, it's probably not really as real because you're already kind of almost at the height you're supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I feel, but for sure, if you're like 13 to 15, probably. But yeah, man. So that they always try to scare me with that, and that is scary because I hate fucking being even 5'10", bro. I'm trying to be 6 foot at least, but my fucking mom screwed me over. She's 4'11".
Damn it, Amy.
How tall is your parents?
My mom's maybe like 5'6".
Okay.
And then my dad around that height. Like I think he was actually shorter than my dad. Not my mom.
For real?
Yeah. But I for sure got my tallness from my mom's side of the family. My dad's, they're all fucking like stumps. They're all shorties. And then my mom's side, she might be not as tall. And then my cousin Asma, like her dad's not the tallest either. But all the rest of my uncles and aunties, like they're tall as shit. I have like cousins that are like fucking over 6'4" and shit. And I'm like, God damn, like why didn't I get the extra couple inches?
Oh yeah, bro. And I got screwed because I mean my mom's side's Guatemalan, so just naturally I feel like Guatemalans are known to be short, right? Like
I would say so. A lot of Central South Americans.
Yeah, genuinely. I mean, generally they're usually the short ethnicity, but
Shadow Rex.
for real. So yeah. Literally, when I go to my mom's side, I'm the tallest one out of all my uncles, aunts, all my grandparents. Like, tallest, and that's not a good thing because I'm fucking short in my opinion. So,
I think you're good height. Yeah.
I'm a little bit above average, but it's still not good enough. Not good enough for my personal, whatever. Anyway, so let's get on to Off the Web this week, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's see. We decided hip hop last time.
Yeah.
So, it's been a minute since we touched that genre. Obviously, we're known for EDM, but we like to dabble into other genres.
Yeah.
So, should we play these or just put them on?
I think we'll put them only because I know for a fact 2 of these are the ones I have damn near would get copyrighted.
Yeah, man, that's how I was thinking because, I mean, so we have actually a Maple Alley video that's supposed to come out today, and it got blocked worldwide because of the song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, so we got screwed out of that one for this. For today,
you know what's funny? When they were playing it, because they reminded me, I'm like, I didn't know it was not Black Sabbath, the lead singer guy.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne. So I was like, oh, this kind of reminds me like that Ozzy Osbourne song that's been playing around, and then it ended up being that same exact song. I'm like, oh, what a coincidence!
Crazy. Yeah. So yeah, what's called? The video is supposed to be up today. I mean, by the time this video's up, it probably will be out already. So go check it out on Maple Alley. Link in the description. And yeah, so we're gonna play a little safe on this one with the hip hop music, mainly because it's obviously on big record labels. All these songs.
Yeah, they got them by the chokehold.
Yeah, so we will play that in the clips, and that's another thing. New Year's resolution: get back to the fucking clips, Michael. I kind of slacked off a bit just because I've been so busy throughout the week.
Well, I mean, you had like the things with the moving, and you're dealing with a lot at the end of the year.
Yeah, so for sure, I'm getting back on track, and you guys will see more content out of us, more YouTube videos too. We kind of took a little break on the Maple Alley for the holidays.
Yeah.
But we'll be back on the grind, in all avenues, all directions. It's time, bro. We 28 now. We're about to be 28. And we got to make our mamas proud.
Yeah.
Let's go get it. And for you guys, anyone watching right now, make this your year. Every year, just keep growing. Stop procrastinating, lazy fucks. Don't be a little bitch. Don't be scared. Don't be discouraged. Go to the fucking gym, you fat asses.
Yeah.
Go talk to your loved ones that you haven't talked to in a long time. Go message them. Even just say hi. How you doing? Go talk to that bitch. Go talk to that.
Go meet new people.
Yeah, go meet new people, man. And yeah, we're gonna close this one out. Anything else you want to say?
Fucking let's have a fucking dope 2024, yeah, man. I'm fucking hyped. I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning of the year, like literally, as soon as I hit it, I was like, "Fuck, I don't know about this year." But now, as like the days progress, I'm like, "Nah, man, we about to get this shit, man.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fun."
It's all about the mental game, bro.
Yeah.
All about it. And what's gonna keep us going is just, well, for one, us. You know, we gotta be honest with ourselves. We gotta be honest with each other and just fucking push each other, man. If you ever catch me slacking, tell me, man. I want to know because I need people to always remind me and push me, even though I usually do it for myself. You know, sometimes I do like kind of just let myself go, and you know, I need people to, because people see that I work hard, but I hate that it kind of is a crutch at the same time, because then they kind of use that as an excuse to let me slack off. But you know, I like to be pushed, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta push each other. We got our friends around us that are gonna motivate us. You know, just remind yourself of the position you're in and that you don't want to be here no more. We gotta fucking be in bigger places.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm gonna do. And I hope you guys do it yourselves. And yeah, we'll close this one out. And with that being said, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.